Howdy, I'm Ethan. This is like my sixth take of this voiceover. Anyway, this is fan art from the Magnus Archives of John and Martin at the end of Mag 200. I'm currently sketching right now. First off, the little dude in the corner of the video is like a little drawing of me, and it was supposed to be an animation, and I couldn't get a good file format that would like my editing software would take and keep a transparent background. So then I tried to copy and paste each individual frame over and over to make it animated, but my editing software sucks and it couldn't handle it, and it kept freezing and crashing, so I had to delete it all. So you just get one little frame of him. I'm so sorry. It's okay though. Anyway, this is my sketch of John and Martin just working on their little facial details. Uh, John, doing the profile of John sucked. I can't do profiles. I actually change it from a profile into a pose that makes a little less sense, but it's okay. But the profile doesn't actually look bad. Like right now, it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look good to me. Whatever. I also don't like the facial expression I ended with John, but I figured out how I can change it in the future, so it's fine. Whatever. I really like the way this drawing turned out. It took me like 5 or 6 hours, I think. Um, I tried really hard to do more details on this one. I was writing up in the corner. What do they say? They say one way or another together, and it's so gay, and it makes my little heart happy, and it makes me so sad. Mag 200 hurt my soul. I refuse to re-listen to it. I've re-listened to all of the Magnus Archives multiple times. I refuse to re-listen to Mag 200 because it's painful. It hurts so much. By the way, possible spoilers. Not really sure what I'm gonna talk about for the process of this video, but possibly spoilers. I'll put it on the screen if there is spoilers. Anyway, currently redrawing the pose of John because profiles suck, and this pose makes a little less sense because if they were really like this, they'd probably be facing each other a little more. But it's okay because I didn't have to draw a profile. Anyway, I'm just trying to figure out all the proportions. Whenever I'm sketching, it starts off like horrendous, and it takes me so long of just fiddling with it. Like I very rarely start off with a good sketch. It's normally really bad. But I really like this drawing of John. Like, I like the way his face turned out on this one, even if it doesn't make sense in the situation. But currently just fixing all the little details, trying to get it fleshed out so I get like the full idea. Oh, and now we start inking. I really like this brush. I'll probably put in the description if I can find it who I got it from. It's from somebody on that I follow on TikTok, and it's a brush they use, and I bought it, or was it free? I can't remember. I'll put it in the description. Anyway, John's little facial hair. I think it's so funny that everybody draws him like he's like this like 50-year-old man, but he's in his like late 20s, early 30s, because like he says he's a child of the 90s, and I think it's so funny that everybody's like, yeah, he's an old man, absolutely. Old crotchety man, which is fair because he's a very grumpy guy. But he's a little crusty. But I like the way that the line art turned out. I don't know if I don't know. I'm indecisive about the way that I want to render things because I really don't know like how to render things digitally. Like I can use all the cool colors and do all the shading and like I can render when I'm painting, but I don't know why trying to render when I'm doing digital art just doesn't click in my brain. Like I render a little bit, like I add shading, I work on the face a long time, but I think I need to learn more color theory and I need to work more on like digital painting, even though I don't really want to do a fully digital painting style, but I think it would help. Anyway, I'm rambling. Currently doing colors. I really love when people. I feel like I've seen quite a few people draw Martin's hair this way of like a reddish color with like this white streak. I love it. I love when they draw his hair like that, or when they draw his hair as white. It's so good. Gotta add the tears because obviously. Anyway, I just re-listened to that first clip. I really never finish my sentences. It just don't. Anyway, watch me redraw Martin's mouth about 5 million times and then give up and then start something new and then start redrawing his mouth again. Because I'm not. That's probably my hardest part when I do facial expressions is like knowing how to draw the mouth. And I don't like that I left John's mouth like that because I think I should have made it like a little more like shaky looking, if you know what I mean, to like be a little more emotive. Like I didn't want him to be like quite as distressed looking as Martin because I think that's just who he is. I think he would be like kind of calm in that moment. Like obviously he was fucking freaking out because the world's ending, but I think he wouldn't be quite as visibly devastated as Martin was looking. But also I think he looks a little too disinterested, not disinterested, like not upset that his the boyfriend has to stab him and the world might end. He doesn't know what the fuck's gonna happen. So I don't think I finished. Yeah, I still haven't finished fixing Martin's mouth. I gave up and started making John's eyes glowy. Yeah, I deleted it. Anyway, I I don't. It took me so long to pick a fucking mouth shape that I was okay with. I had to like look at different references, the way people draw them. I couldn't I couldn't do it. It took me so long. Anyway, gotta add John's gray hairs because he's severely stressed and he looks like a 50-year-old man. And then this is me trying to render because I want to be able to, but it doesn't click for me. I have such a hard time doing it. Like I want to add more different like hues and stuff to make it look cool. I need to do studies, but it just doesn't click in my brain. Anyway, I think I finally finished. Yeah, like you see like the wavy shakiness of Martin's mouth. I wish I would have done that to John's mouth, like a little shaky looking. I'm just repeating myself over and over. Anyway, also don't know how to render hair, but I'll figure it out eventually. I did. I do like how this turned out. Like, I did do more than I normally do. I really tried to take my time on this because I'm a very fast, like, I'm an impatient person, and I think that comes out in my art. Like, I'm really quick in the way I do my art, and I don't take a second to, like, stop and then look back on it, and I regret it so much most of the time because I'll make something and I'll immediately like show people or like post it, and then I look at it even like 10 minutes later and I'm like, there's like 5 million things I could do to fix this. So I've been trying really hard to like take my time more on my art and leave it for like a day and come back and work on it more because I think that would really help my process. I also really like how the background came out, even though it's barely a background. I just added some green lightning-y stuff. I like the lighting on this too. I really like how the lighting turned out on this. I think I could have done a little more with the light coming from his eyes, but I like it. I use Tanjiro from Demon Slayer as a reference for the tears because I actually really love the way they draw tears in Demon Slayer. I don't know why. Just like the real fat tears are so great. Oh, I think I'm finishing. I can't ramble anymore. Dang. Yeah. I really enjoyed how this turned out. I hope you liked this. Bye bye.